Alright, so I'm going to string one of my own rackets. This one had BG66 strings in it, and they were great, but I didn't love them. They didn't have the sound. They don't have that poppy sound that I really, well, a lot of players like, not just me, a lot of players like that real crack. It's an unusual shaped racket, this. Try and move it down a little bit if I can. Try not to block those shared holes. I think that's okay. Yeah, that looks good. I'll put this little stays in place to protect the frame. There's no tension on any of this at the moment, in case you're wondering. I just prefer to put the side clamps in place first so I can get these little supports in. There we go. Made a liar of me. Now I know a lot of stringers have a fancy little studio that they do everything. I just do it in the garage. Make a mess in my messy garage. There we go, that's nice and square. Tighten those up a little bit, not overly tight. Yeah, that's pretty good. So this is an Ashaway Superlight 99 SQ. Don't really use this racket much. I do quite like it, but it is light. There's another bloke in the club who plays really well with the same racket. Now I do my strings at 27. Which means set this up for 26 for the mains, and 28 for the crosses. I put an extra 0.3 on mine as well, just that little bit of extra because I know there's going to be some buttoning off from the, when you tie the knots, so you lose a little bit of tension. So just put a little bit extra on there. Make sure it's make sure that it's make sure I don't lose too much tension. All right. So the string I've got is not that one, it's a tennis racket string. It must be up here. There we go. My new favourite string, Exbolt 63, is my new favourite string. Ooh, she's thin though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. That will do for the mains. Now the really good stringers can do a string in pretty short time, in like 20 minutes or so. Sometimes less. I'm not that quick. Not because I'm half blind, probably doesn't help. But no, I'm not that quick. So, it takes me about an hour actually to do a racket. Lots of different schools of thought on this point here. Do you pull both strings together? Or do you clamp one and just pull one string? I don't think there's a right or a wrong for either of those, to be honest. Anyhow, I'm going to clamp one and pull the other. Now this, this machine has got a foot pedal and it's got a button. I've only just started using the button recently. I actually prefer using the button than I do using the foot pedal, I think. So, here we go, string one. hear how tight that is just on that little section there. Now, a lot of people pre-weave all of these. Saves a bit of time. I don't like to do that. I've got the shakes. What's going on here? See, told you I'm slow because I'm blind. There we go. Yeah, a lot of people pre-weave here, but I don't. I just do them as I go. Funny feeling string. I haven't actually done. This is the first time I've worked with Exbolt 63. I've got it in other rackets. I've had other people string for me when I bought rackets, but this is the first time I've used it myself. It's a 0.63mm string, so it's quite thin. No, I missed it. There we go. And when you look at it in there, you wonder why it doesn't break straight away. Well, that'll be the next thing. I'll probably jinx myself and break one. So I do the first 4. I use the Yonex system for stringing. They're 2-string pattern or 4-knot pattern. This needs a clean too. It's a bit grabby and a bit catchy, which is annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4 tight. All right, we go back to the first one now. Retension that. Got that clamp off. Clamp as close as we can to the frame or to the grommets, because you don't want to clamp on the grommets. Yeah, now I do 4 on the other side. I've watched the videos of other people pre-weaving these, but honestly, I suppose it saves some time. I've got my little system now, I don't really want to change it. The other thing I want to try is some hybrid strings, where you've got a thicker main and a thinner cross. I've actually had those in a racket. They just didn't last, but they felt amazing. But when you're buying strings on spools, yeah, it's expensive. And because we're in a small country town, not that much stringing work for badminton rackets. We've only got a small club. Good club though, good people. Alright, now we're back on the 4s and we can do 1 each side. Don't know how much of this you can actually see. Hope it's alright. I've got the screen pointing backwards. I'm using the main camera, so if you're leaving messages and I'm not responding, that's why, because I can't see them. You know what I'm not looking forward to is doing the crosses with these dark strings. I can hardly see them. There's something about doing this job though that I really like. It's just a process, follow the process and it all works out. kind of just methodical, and yeah, it's fun. Also seems there's different schools of thought. You probably can't see it in this video, but the little cam that the string goes through or over or around, or under or over or around, yeah, there seems to be some different schools of thought on the benefits of that too. I typically go around it, but I've seen lots of videos of people just not using it, just going straight over the top of it. But I figure it's there for a reason, so I'm going to use it. Someone said it was to take a bit of pressure off the string. I don't know. I think one of the ball bearings is, oh, the ball bearings, the bearings is flipped over on that. So, oh, that's going to go that way. Yeah, the bloke at the club who's got the same racket as this, I've strung his a few times. He seems to break a lot of strings. I hope it's not my fault. Don't think it is, because nobody else does. Yeah, it's a pretty good hitter, and he plays quite a bit. So, but he strings at a low tension as well. He strings at 24. So I'm surprised he breaks as many as he does. Anywho. Just need to come a little bit further away from the frame on these ones now, just here, because otherwise the next string down rubs against the clamp. This is also the first one where we jump a hole, so we're going to put a little saver in there for us so I can get to that hole later. Grab a whole piece of string. There's one. There's another one. Oh. Good thing with doing this in a shed and not some sort of fancy studio is there's just shit all over the floor that I can pick up all the time. Here's another thing that the Yonex stringers recommend is on the outside for the last two, you double back. So you go through the outside ones that. If you can see it, that's 2 grommets, 2 holes across, or 3 really, and then come back on the inside of the frame. It just takes a bit of pressure off the outside edge there. And also, if you're using these clamps, it gives you some room there to be able to clamp on, which is good. Some will also increase the tension there by a little bit as well for the outside, which I've just done. But I made a mistake because I didn't put my little safety bloody ones in there. It's going to be hard to get the strings through now, but that's okay. I'll do it on this side. When I started doing this, I remember I used to accidentally go around the outside of the little fingery holdery things. Did it a couple of times. I still do it sometimes now, but at least I haven't tightened on it. Dumb thing to do. Right, now let's pull those little ends up. Some string. Need one in there. Need one in there. And get in there. Just helps move that string out of the way when it comes to getting through those holes that are now covered up. Tie off on the 8th. And here's the other thing with these tiny strings is, need another bit of string. Gosh, another over the top. These tiny strings is you run the risk of the bloody knot going into the hole. And I also saw a new knot today that I'm going to try now, which I can because this is my racket and it doesn't really matter if it goes wrong. Practice on mine. Far out, got plenty of string. Alright, so I reckon do a granny knot, like a half hitch type thing. There we go. Then you do another one, but in front of that. No, I don't understand. Hang on, let me do it again without cut some of that shit off. That's better. I reckon that one goes through there, and this comes back through both of them. Is that going to work? I think that's right. Oh, maybe it is. Not sure that that's right. Seems like it would be right. Not too much tension lost there either. That's good. Yes, I count them. Yes, I count them. What's it to you? Okay, I'm sure the really super duper stringers don't need to count. They can just look at it and go, oh yeah, it's that one. Me, I count them. Ah, shit. Oh, bucketed that up, pulled that out. I think I'm going to go back through either. just made my life harder. That's right. Probably should practice this with a bit of rope, maybe. Anyhow. No, don't like that knot. Don't trust it. Go back to using my knot, I reckon. Which I use the Parnell knot normally. There we go. There's the mains done. Now the crosses. One, 2, 3, 4 and a half-ish. Now this one, this one, I don't know that a lot of stringers do this, but I like to do this. I'll show you. Especially when we've got thin strings that pull through holes. Leave enough out the end here to be able to go onto the clamp. Then I've got a starting clamp right here. Now it has something to pull against. You with me? And the reason for this is when I tie off later, I'm not putting all that tension on that string. When I pull this up, it works much better. You'll see in a sec. When I say a sec, you'll see in a bit because I'm slow. See, this is one of the holes I blocked up by accident. Yeah, this is not an issue with the string going through the hole, it's an issue with the string coming out the other side, I think. Oh, that's a bit tight in there. Some of the guys use an awl to move the string aside, but I don't know if I want to do that because it pushes against the frame. I'm not sure that's an excellent idea for getting the strings. Oh, that was good. Might do that from now on. That was excellent. Yeah, this 63's got a really weird coating on it. Alright, so in a second, that's the one I'm going to tension, and it'll tension both of these. But always do one ahead of what you're tensioning, because it makes the pressure a fair bit less. That's an under. Poke that through there, if you can get it. There. same problem over here with the bloody shared holes and the string blocking the hole. Right, so this is the one I'm going to tension. It's going to pull up against this starter clamp here, and that will put all the tension I need on those two right there. Ran out of trouble on the thing. Cool. Put this one through. I wonder if this string will twist up like BG66 used to. The BG66 was terrible for twisting. It was bad. I'll try that all trick again. How do they do it when there's nothing to push against? I'm confused. I've seen these guys do this like it's a piece of cake, and I can't figure out what they're pushing against to push that string out of the way. It's not the, well, maybe it's the frame. No, it's not the frame. Stick with my hook. Cool, now I can tension this one here. So it's always a bit tricky to know which side of the clamps to go on here, the side clamps. But that'll do there. Cool, I'm looking forward to playing with this racket tomorrow night. Got a session tomorrow night. Oops. And I've got some white paint to go on the black strings. That was hard to get. Don't buy it off Amazon. They didn't deliver. I don't know if I got my money back. It took weeks and weeks and nothing ever happened. So I put a complaint in or whatever. But I don't know if I ever got my money back for that. It's only a few bucks, but I did it on eBay and got it almost straight away. So lesson learned. Amazon is not all that. That long beat means it ran out of travel before the string taut, got tension. I could probably afford to get that clamp tightened up, and I said I think one of the ball bearings has fallen over in it as well, which is probably not helping with how it grips the string. probably a bit cocky too with the way I bloody string my rackets, because at 27 I'm actually not that great a player. Just like that tight feeling around the strings, especially for net shots and stuff. Even with loose strings I don't have a big smash, so for me I think it's better to have a more sort of a tighter string, less trampolining off the strings and better feel around the net, the drop shots and that sort of thing. I could actually go back and redo that first string now, re-tie that off, because all the tension's away from that string now, so it wouldn't matter to redo that. Oh, drop the end. Wouldn't matter to tie that one off now. It'll just help get that bloody starter clamp out of the way. Sure, you've seen the good stringers do that. They whiz through that so fast, it's unbelievable. Oh, birdie's outside the shed, having a sing, shitting on the cars. Nice. Remember I did a racket for a customer first thing in the morning once. I was bleary-eyed, and it's actually this bloke, the guy from the club that's got one of these. It was a disaster. I made so many mistakes. The weaving was all wrong. Had to redo it. So lesson learned, don't string first thing in the morning when you're tired. But if you're in South Australia or Adelaide and you need your stringing done, then the bloke to go and see is Chris Thurwell at one of the badminton centres. South Australian Badminton Supplies, or SA Badminton Supplies. He's an excellent stringer. He's got much more high-end gear than I've got. That's where I buy all my rackets and my strings from. Yeah, and he's busy, but he's a nice bloke. So he'll make sure you sort it out when you're looking for a new racket or for some strings and stuff, shoes as well. He's great. Chris is great. I'd love someone, if there's anyone who's actually watching this, I can't tell because I haven't got the screen facing me. If someone could tell me how to play with less experienced players. I kind of get frustrated, not with them, with me, because I just don't know how to win games with them. Because I don't know what they can do or where they can get to on the court. Do they know where they need to be? I think a lot of the time they don't, so I'm just sort of chase everything. And then the other day, got one in the face. Didn't hurt, thankfully, and it wasn't his fault. I was chasing everything, and it's like, well, actually, he got there. He might have even made that shot. I didn't get there, and I wouldn't. I got there, but no way I was going to make the shot. But he got there as well, and he got the racket. He got the shuttle, but it got me in the face. If it didn't hit me in the face, it probably would have gone over the net. So I'm like, oh well. What the heck? How do I know what he can and can't do, what he is and isn't going to go for? And then I get frustrated with me that I didn't know what to do, and I think we've lost the game in the end. And I don't like losing. It's not poor sportsmanship. Losing is part of winning, I guess. So in some ways, makes winning sweeter when you've lost some. If you win all the time, then winning becomes expected. Oh, she's getting squeezy up in here now. Oh, that one's going to be tough getting there. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So tomorrow night's badminton is really just social. Put your own games together and sort of work it out. So I might get a game with him and have a chat with him. See if he even wants some help. See his grip's not right and that sort of thing. He hits the shuttle well though. When he gets it, he's good. Don't know whether to offer some education and some help, or if you're just being a friggin' jerk and people just want you to shut up, which is probably more the case, I would have thought. Anyhow, I'll ask him. Then I'll know. Get through there, you bugger. Ah, there we go. That's tight, that one. Not going to be fun on the other side. You can get a decent bit of leverage on it from this side, but from the other side it's a bit harder. Oh, here's the next thing now, I need the loo, so that's annoying. Can't really stop though. Oh, wish me luck getting through here. Oh, that's where the all works, because I can lean it against the thing. That's easier than using the hook, I reckon. If I can get it to go through. Definitely straighten that string up there. Oh, yes. Hell yeah. That was perfect. Thanks, YouTube. It's just starting to get tight up in here. Let's see if this string doesn't twist up too much. Told you I'm slow. Good string would have this done 3 times by now. Nice. Thought that was going to be tricky to get through that one. And I learned another thing watching a video today, which I didn't know about, that on the top 4 crosses here, you're supposed to back the pressure off again. You know, the tension off. Did not know that. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is now. So they're supposed to go back to the original mainstream tension. So that's new to me. To do with the racket falling back into shape or pulling back into shape or something. I don't know. Can only do what the experts say, can't we? Oh, hang on, pulled through too much string there. I didn't clamp the wrong string. Well, this is a much nicer string to work with than BG66, I can tell you that for free. Way better. Interesting, it's got this coating on it, this string, and then the inside it's really fibrous, almost like it's you can never see it in the video, but yeah, the inside's fibrous where the outside's got this hard coating on it. Is so tight. That little extra string there's not even helping. I can't grip it. Put another sharp point on that. Try and use a sliding clamp to grip it, to pull it up out of the way so I can get the string through. Ah, that's better. Grip. Oh. Get in the hole. I think I'm blind, can't get it in there. This one's tricky. There we go. I'm nearly finished now, which is great because I've busted the glue. Tighten this one now. This was known the last time as well because I can see the eyelet, the grommet pointing downwards. I almost need to get at it from underneath, but I don't think I can do that. Run out of room for my fingers in there. There you go. The last bloody one, and I can't get it to go through. Can't even get it started in the hole. There we go. Gotcha. That's it, last one. No, that ain't going to tighten. Not even close. Go. That's an easy one to get holding it through. Yeah. Gets tied up here for tying the knots as well. There's not much room once the clamp's on there. No room up in here. There we go. Ah, damn it. Get through there. There we go. And they also say don't over tighten with the grips, just pull it up tight with your fingers. And hope like hell that doesn't pull through the hole, which I've got a feeling that one's going to. Around there probably won't make a lot of difference now. Maybe. Now there's this last one which we left right at the start to try and do. If you remember, I ain't gonna reach. I don't know what happened there. So I'm gonna use my starting clamp to hold that, and then put a length of string through that. To clamp onto the thing. I'm just hoping that that starting clamp is going to hold that tight enough for me to pull up with that tension back up to 28. Tie off right there, through, there we go. If I tie this one off, I don't get the tension on the knot pulling through the hole. Well, not as much tension in here. And I'll put an extra one on there as well, because it's got big grommet holes and a 0.63 of a millimeter string. I don't want it to pull through. That might help. Yeah, Dunsky. All done, except for putting my stencil on it, which I'll do now. Straighten up some of those strings.